I want to start with the Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Gates conversation. Bill Gates went on PBS. Foolishly, I would say.
29 months of Arjan.
Yep, that's right. Billiam Gates went on PBS NewsHour, and Judy Woodruff just fucking tore him a new asshole. Let's start with that one. That's where I want to go with today. The first story of our day. Old Billy Bob
reported at that time that you had a number of meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, who, when you met him 10 years ago, he was convicted of soliciting prostitution from minors. What did you know about him when you were meeting with him, as you've said yourself, in the hopes of raising money?
I had... Comfortable has come.
I just want to repeat this question for you guys who did not understand it. Judy Woodruff of PBS's NewsHour is saying, hey, Bill, why did you meet with convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein? Like, why did you know that he was a convicted pedophile and decided to meet with Jeffrey Epstein? Like, what's up? You good? Like, and he's not just like a pedophile. He's a sex trafficker too, on top of that. So what happened there? Can you please explain that to us? And let me tell you something. Spoiler alert. Bill is not going to be able to explain it.
I had dinners with him. I regret doing that. He had relationships with people he said, would give to global health, which is...
You know who else he had relationships with? Children that he sex trafficked. That's right. The question is, what the fuck are you doing with a convicted sex offender, knowing full well that he's a convicted sex offender? And Bill's answer is, I don't know. He's got money. He knows people with money.
Interest I have, not nearly enough philanthropy goes in that direction. Those meetings were a mistake. They didn't result in what he purported, and I cut them off. That goes back a long time ago now. So there's nothing new on.
Come on. It was a long time ago. It's like, dude, you're one of the wealthiest people on the planet, dude. You're Bill fucking Gates. You didn't need Jeffrey Epstein and his help for money, okay? You literally have the most money. You have the most money. There's like 8 people that have more money than you. What the fuck are you talking about? And it's not like Jeffrey Epstein is the only way you can get to the other 8 people that have more money than you. You're Bill Gates. It's fucking stupid. And the real reason is, of course, because he's a fucking dumbass. Okay? Well, 1, he's a dumbass. And 2, and this is something that I want everyone to recognize, okay? Going back to point 1. Billionaires are not smarter than the average person, okay? They have more resources than the average person. They have better PR teams than the average person. But he's just a guy, okay? Old Billy Bob here, just a guy. Just a guy with godlike levels of power. He's like a demigod that walks amongst us because, that's the kind of money he has. But he's just a guy. Without his money, he's just taking a shit in his own bathroom, showering daily, wearing fucking, weird crew neck sweaters. He's just a guy. Okay? And that's part of the reason why he was dumb enough to meet with Jeffrey Epstein and think that it wouldn't actually go anywhere. And he was dumb enough to go on this PBS NewsHour. Like, because he's a guy. He doesn't, just remove that thought out of your mind. The peasant brain attitude that some of you still have. That capitalism is beaten into your fucking brain, that like these guys are well deserving of their wealth because, they're just like extremely hard workers that also worked really smart and yada yada. It's like, no, they're not brilliant. They're not fucking geniuses. They're just dudes. Okay. They got lucky. They worked hard. Sure. They were definitely not held back by their morality. And that's evident in his decision making here as well. when he's meeting up with Jeffrey fucking Epstein.
On that.
It was reported that you continue to meet with him over several years, and that, in other words, a number of meetings. What did you do when you found out about his background?
Well, and, you know,
I've had multiple other dinner dates with him. Like, first of all, what did you do when you found out about his background? He went on a fucking meeting with him. That's what he did. Like, you think a guy like Bill Gates doesn't do deep background checks? Like, doesn't have a team of like 100 people doing deep background checks on every single person that he allots his time to? What, are you crazy? Of course, he fucking knew, and he didn't care.
I've said I regretted having those dinners, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing new on that.
Is there a lesson for you, for anyone else looking at this?
Well, he's dead, so you know, in general, you always have to be careful.
I mean, AOC came on your show, so maybe not. Dog, I'm one of the largest fucking leftist content creators on this planet at the moment. Okay? And I also am not a fucking pedophile, sex offender, sex trafficker who went to jail. Are you really making a comparison of AOC coming on to my fucking broadcast that was broadcasted out to hundreds of thousands of people to Bill Gates meeting up in secret with a fucking pedophile sex offender? Are you insane, dude? The answer is yes, you are insane. Of course, subscribe for fucking 9 months. 9 month subscriber, the curse, dude. The brain rot. It's just seeped into his fucking orifices. It's like oozing out of all of his fucking orifices, like the brain rot.
And you know, I'm very proud of what we've done in philanthropy. Very proud of the work of the foundation. You know, that's what I get up every day and focus on.
Incredible stuff. Anyway, yeah, he's focusing on his philanthropy, dude. My favorite part of that interview is where he goes, well, he's dead. So, you know, take that lesson.
Having those dinners. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing new.
Found out about his background.
Well, and, you know, I've said I regretted having those dinners. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing new on that.
Is there a lesson for you, for anyone else looking at this?
Well, he's dead. So,
yeah, that's the lesson, dude. The lesson is like, don't try to fucking use, you know, pedophile sex traffickers against Bill Gates. Oh, Billy boy. Well, he's dead, so, you know. The lesson is what, dude? Like, what the fuck kind of... What is that answer? Like, what is that answer? What is the lesson there, then? Well, he's dead. Anyway, the lesson is that two people can keep a... The lesson is that two people can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Anyway, you know, if you mess with Bill, you get the kill. Yeah. Interesting stuff there. Obviously, like, Melinda has been popping off using the, like, a lot of the fucking Bill Gates Epstein stuff came out. A lot of the Bill Gates Epstein stuff came out as a consequence of Bill and Melinda breaking up. By the way, because the Daily Beast did like 11 articles on Bill Gates, like being a fan of Jeffrey Epstein, thinking that Jeffrey Epstein was his ticket to a Nobel Prize, and how Melinda Gates actually told Bill not to meet with Jeffrey Epstein. Apparently, I don't know if that's real or not, but you know, it sure does make Melinda look good. I mean, it feels like, fuck. It feels like Melinda's just winning this divorce, dude. Bill doesn't even have a divorce body. Like, he doesn't have a revenge body yet. What's he doing? Nothing. You trust her? No. The fuck do you mean you trust her? I trust Melinda Gates' take on this to a degree. We know that he met with fucking Jeffrey Epstein numerous times. So I trust that. Do I trust that Melinda Gates was like actually fucking routinely advocating against meeting up with Jeffrey Epstein? Maybe not. Maybe not.
There he is again. The sun is streaming. The sun is streaming. There he is again. The sun is streaming. The sun is streaming.